This Wednesday, February 11th, 2009. Dance Like Magic, Stuck on Salsa brings you Latin Temptation at Station 9, 1438 U Street Northwest, Washington, D.C. Get ready for the best of both worlds. Bachata, merengue, salsa romantica, hardcore mambo, salsa. U Street will never be the same. Music this week provided by Lee Elwood Lito of Dance Like Magic and DJ Neo. Station 9, Latin Temptation, Wednesday. Be there. Okay.
Hello and welcome to another segment of Bet You Didn't Know. This time sponsored by John Trevino and Steve Martin of Mambo Logico. They're having a social tomorrow night. Please check out John's Facebook page to find out where and what time. Okay, now we have another alumnus of Bet You Didn't Know, the original printed version, Kimberly Yates. And a whole lot, I'll tell you, a whole lot's been going on in her life since the last time we spoke. That's true. You're this much closer
to the PhD.
To your PhD.
Yeah, I'm actually planning to graduate May 2010. No, this is a plan. I mean, I still have to write the dissertation. I'm in the process of writing chapter 1. There are 4 chapters. But yeah.
And that's what's been keeping you so busy lately.
Yeah, and I've been working. I tutor. I was directing the Black History production at Sidwell Friends.
Oh.
Yeah, that just went up this past week. And, you know, just rehearsals and yeah. So 2010, May 2010 is what I'm.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of rehearsals, you have your own dance company.
That's right. That has changed, right?
Tell us about this.
So Joie de Vivre, which means the joy of living in French, and I chose a French name. Well, I chose a French name in part because the idea of my choreography is that it is meant to show the influence and power of salsa on other forms of music, right? So my first routine was a mixture of house and salsa, but I didn't just take a salsa song. I took a house song that is essentially salsa, and the DJ is also a DJ who's been influenced by salsa. The next piece that we're doing is a much more jazzy. The artists are not, the music that I use are not by, you know, salsa musicians. So the next piece that I'm using is actually by a young group, young cats who graduated from Morehouse, and they're actually trained jazz musicians. One of them is my cousin. And the name of the group is called Jazz Specs, and they have
Shout out to Jazz Specs.
Shout out to Jazz Specs, who were just in DC performing. They're hot. If you ever come, yeah, check them out. So
I'll have to keep an eye out for
yeah, yep. So you know, the idea is to show, you know, the sort of international influence and expansioning power of salsa.
But let's get back to when you're going to be Dr. Kimberly Yates.
Yes.
Tell us all what your PhD, in a nutshell, just in a nutshell.
Oh God, in a nutshell, I'm looking at 4 Black comedians who have television shows or heavy influence in television shows, and pretty much asking the question of how it is that they got these shows, given that we think of television as being a sort of status quo, right? Forwarding the status quo. But these guys' comedy is very sort of confrontational, Black nationalist in its orientation. So I'm looking at Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney of the Richard Pryor Show, then Dave Chappelle, obviously of Chappelle's Show, and Aaron McGruder of the Boondocks. So they're not actually all comedians, I call them humorists, but I look at the work that comedy does, especially in a society that has grown out of minstrelsy, and look at comedy as a potentially revolutionary space, and a lot of other things, but that's the short and dirty, quick and dirty.
Okay. So when you're not choreographing, when you're not dissertationing, do we just make up a word?
We do it all the time, yes.
And the many other things you do that really actually keep you busy. What do you do for fun? I know salsa, but aside from salsa, is there anything else that you do that you find relaxing, calming, fun?
I mean, I work out. I hang out with family a lot. You see. Oh yeah, I play Bago. And hang out with friends, family, as much as I can. I'm from DC, which is rare on the salsa scene. So most of my family is here. I have 2 siblings, one who's 5 and one who's 8. Or I have 2 little siblings. I have another brother who's grown. So play with them, cook, eat, laugh, sleep.
That's all too.
Yeah.
That's life.
That's life.
That's life. Well, if I haven't told you so lately, you know I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of your accomplishments, and especially because a lot of people, education is so important, and I'm going to tell you, Kim, to see and hear you say, well, I have to do this tonight. I'm bogged down with this paper. You have the stick-to-itiveness.
Another word.
Yes, another word. Another word. Sheila's dictionary. Look it up. That I'm just proud of you, because a lot of people would have given up by now. Well, not given up by now, but it's just so hard.
It is hard. It is hard. I mean, another thing that's happened, of course, since we last talked, is that my mom passed. So that's
a strong influence in your life.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. So, I mean, my dad too, but I was taking care of my mom, and so that had a sort of effect on the dissertation, but it's time to finish.
Yeah.
So,
yes, I can't wait, because I'm going to call you Dr. Kim in the house.
Dr. Yates, Dr. Yates, Dr. Yates. Don't ever show that, like, when I start interviewing for university positions.
No. Well, Kim, thank you so much for allowing me to interview you again. Thanks for the update. Continued success, and we're going to have a big party.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.